Make America Healthy Again has won. Steak and Shake replaces seed oils with beef tallow. Next on What the Fitness. What's up, guys? It's Friday, so you know what time it is. Time for What the Fitness. And this week we have on RFK Jr. Being completely honest with you guys, I don't often disclose my political leanings, but I come from a conservative family, and I would consider myself a fiscal conservative and social liberal. And so RFK Jr. probably lands on the side of more of some of my politics. But I also am a scientist, and I am not going to let myself be pigeonholed into ideological political thinking and agreeing with everything one party does just because they say it. I was invited as part of the group that went before Congress, I think it was in September of last year, to talk about food, health, and I guess it's now being known as MAHA, or Make America Healthy Again. I want to be very clear. I am glad that people are having this discussion. I think the people involved have good intentions, but I worry about the ability to read and interpret the scientific literature based on some of the things being said. Now, recently, there were articles published about how Steak and Shake changed from frying things in seed oils to frying them in beef tallow. And everybody is applauding this. This is why I didn't go before Congress, because I kind of knew this would happen. We're going to ban some random ingredients. Everybody's going to pat themselves on the back, and nothing is going to actually change. The average calorie consumption in the United States, based on FAO food consumption data, is over 3,500 calories a day. And the average physical activity is less than 20 minutes. And you think frying foods in seed oils rather than beef tallow is why people are unhealthy. I don't see this as a victory. You're still eating fried food. Hello, it's still fried fast food. Now it's fried in saturated fat as opposed to seed oils. Somehow this is a victory. I don't think any food that's fried is probably good for you or healthy. But as I have covered on this channel ad nauseum, when you substitute seed oils or plant oils in a 1-to-1 ratio for saturated fat, you get decreases in the risk of mortality, decreases in cardiovascular disease risk, small increases in cancer risk, improvements in metabolic health, decreases in liver fat, decreases in inflammation, and improvements in insulin sensitivity and overall metabolic health. I am not saying foods fried in plant oils are good for you. I don't think they are, because they are very high in calories. But changing to saturated fat is going to be just as bad, if not worse. Again, this is very frustrating for me because we're not addressing the core problems here. The core problems are energy toxicity. People eat too many freaking calories per day and they don't exercise. But we're worried about dyes and seed oils and all this stuff that if it makes a difference, it's this much. We're avoiding the elephant in the room, which is how do we get people to eat less overall calories and get more active? And that doesn't get talked about very much because that is a much more complicated problem to solve. But banning a few random ingredients, switching out seed oils for beef tallow, and everybody goes, look what we did. Look at what we did. Meanwhile, people are still eating a bunch of fried crap. Congrats, guys. We did it. All it does is get people fixated on the wrong things. People are going to see this and go, oh, well, Steak and Shake is healthy now because they're frying their stuff in beef. No, it's not more healthy. Come on, use your brains. All right, guys. Again, this isn't to dog on RFK Jr. He's not a scientist. He doesn't know this stuff. It's not to dog on the whole MAHA movement. Again, I think it's good that people are asking these questions. But do I think that this is going to make a positive impact on American health? No. Anyways, anybody hungry? Thinking about going and getting some fries. Deep fried in some seed oils. Let's go, cameraman.